I decided to enroll at NMU Business School mainly because of the quality of the education in this institution. I did my undergrad degree at the old UPE at the time, and I did BCom marketing, and my experience was just fantastic. I think more than anything, it's just the quality of the lecturers that brought me here. And I think at the end of the day, as a person who's born and bred in Port Elizabeth, I love my city, I love my NMU, and I love my MBA.
I decided to enroll in the NMU Business School. Obviously there's a lot of choices out there in the marketplace, but what was key to me was I needed a learning program that could fit with my existing work requirements and my life requirements. And I was also looking for a program that had specific emphasis on leadership, and the NMU Business School, that's its primary focus.
I decided to enroll at the NMU Business School because of one of their values, which is Ubuntu. Being an alumni of the university, having done my junior degrees here, I was able to know what culture and aspects are there. But what made the business school more unique is the teaching methods, the curriculum, and also the expert within the business school that made it quite interesting to be part of their students.
I decided to enroll at NMU Business School. Sure, there were lots of factors, but when I decided to do my MBA, I was very lucky that I could actually go to any university in South Africa, as we weren't town-bound. This meant that I could investigate a lot of options, and we came to holiday in Port Elizabeth, and I came to visit the facilities and was totally blown away by the innovativeness of the facilities, and I thought I'd really like to be part of it. And I thought, if that is what they invested in, the innovativeness of the university, what will they not invest in actually the education provided here? And I just thought it would be a great experience.
I decided to enroll at NMU because of the benefits that the university offered in terms of flexibility. So I considered all the other universities in terms of their programs offering. And what I realized with NMU, the block release allowed me to be at work and only attend here for 3 days, which was a benefit that I did not at work for a lot of days. And the other part was that a colleague of mine studied here at NMU, and she told me about how interesting it is to study here, mainly the component of leadership development. She emphasized that African leadership and other development modules are the best in the whole country. So that inspired me to come and join NMMU, apart from traveling from Gauteng.
The reason why I decided to enroll at business school, at the NMMU Business School, first of all, it was due to the recommendations. I had searched for a couple of business schools in South Africa, and one of my very close friends that I worked with told me about the NMMU Business School and recommended it, which I applied. Secondly, the turnaround time in terms of the application process was really fast. And the reason I say that is because I used to get feedback within 3 days, and when I compare that with other business schools, it was really fast, because some of the business schools that I had applied at gave me the feedback way after I had already begun my studies at the NMU Business School. So the main reason was because of the convenience in terms of turnaround time and the recommendations.
Well, NMU was my natural choice because I am a past pupil already. So I understood the culture and what it stands for. And I think in terms of, from a timing perspective and just how you're able to manage your life with the MBA as a person who's already working, it was just the best fit. And there was enough flexibility that would allow me the time to get work in and then be able to still do my schoolwork and pass relatively well.
I decided to enroll at the NMU Business School for various reasons. When I decided to embark on an MBA, I did a lot of research into many business schools in and around South Africa and the MBA program. And what was critical for me was the fact that the business school needed to have a very strong reputation as well as a very strong curriculum. Out of the business schools that I researched, the NMU was one of those institutions. And the second factor for me was that geographically it had to be close to me. I wanted to study part-time. I wanted to benefit from interaction in classes. And the fact that I'm based in Port Elizabeth was a major factor for me.
After doing an extensive market research of MBA programs in our country, I decided that NMU would provide me with the best fit in terms of flexibility, not only in terms of for work requirements, but also flexibility in terms of my family commitments as well. In that the NMU Business School has a good couple of service offerings in a couple of cities in South Africa. So it gave good flexibility. And then also the academics that deliver the program, I was led to believe and can attest to the fact now that they are of the highest caliber.
I decided to enroll with NMU because of the reputation of the university, the location of the university, and the convenience of the block release classes.
I looked at three things. The first one was affordability. The NMU Business School ranks as the most affordable business school in South Africa. Then I looked at the accolades and the awards and the rankings. And it was ranked as one of the best universities, business schools, not just in South Africa, but in Africa, and among some of the most best universities in the world. Then I looked at the expectations of students. The expectations of students from NMU Business School, previous students, was very high. Their support from lecturers was positive, and I thought that was the best school to come to.
I decided to enroll with the NMU Business School because I wanted to advance myself, and I decided on NMU because I usually came here for short management courses that would take about 2 to 3 days. Having done those courses and the material that we received, the quality that we received, inspired me to go for the full MBA in terms of leadership and management.